Well, we are live, and my guest has decided not to show up. We were trying to get him back on the phone, ladies and gents, because he was here a minute ago. Let's see. So he join us again here. Okay, it's connecting to audio. Now you can see him on your screen, but unfortunately I can't hear him. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but it's not me. That's all we can say. Is I'm just going to communicate with him on the phone.
Can you hear me now, guys?
Yes, there we go. We got him. There we go. Because I knew it wasn't me. I knew it wasn't me. I knew it was either my software or your or something on your end. So at least we got you. Welcome officially to the
Press
show.
my audio. Hang on a minute, boy. There you go. I'm in my car, so how is it anyway? All right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. As long as we can hear you, at least that's the main thing. But we can see you as well, which is great. We are a bit of a day late, but we got in the end. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm good, mate. I'm very good. Yeah. Things are all good. Training's going well. Life's good. Life's back on track. Yeah. So it's all good. Yeah.
Great.
The UK seems to be moving along with things, don't they, with all this COVID crap and that. So
yes.
it's all good. Yeah.
We're getting back to the normal, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you accepted to come on the show tonight and to discuss your upcoming fight in Florida in March. How has your preparation for this big fight with, of course, Josh Burns, and for people who may be interested to join and to know what this is all about, then this is it. It's on your screen. That's the match card for the BYB Extreme Bare Knuckle Fighting. There will be you against Josh Burns in Tampa.
Tampa, Florida, back over to the States.
Yes.
Yeah, all good. Preparation's gone well. So I'm training hard. I've brought in a couple of my old coaches. I'm currently training a couple of my old coaches. Obviously, I've had to mix it up a little bit this camp because normally I do train abroad. I normally do a lot of my training in Thailand and stuff. I'm sponsored by, gyms, Phuket top team and stuff in Thailand. But obviously, with all these travel restrictions and stuff like that, it's just been extra hard. So I've gone back to my old school roots. I've gone back to one of my old trainers, Arthur Meek. He was the guy that originally got me to the UFC. So we've sort of touched bases again, gone back training with him, got hold of a lot of old sparring partners. So, and then, yeah, pretty much now we're 7 weeks today, I believe. So now's when the fun starts, now's when we really turn it up. Now's when we start training hard and start putting the game plans into place and start implementing stuff now.
Nice. Hope it's going well as well. Hopefully no setbacks within the 7 weeks or so you guys have been training and whatnot to get prepared for this big fight. Because you are quite a veteran as well, because of course you were in the UFC, then you retired, and then you came out retirement to join the Bare Knuckle world. Are you enjoying being a part of the Bare Knuckle world? Do you prefer this than the UFC, or did you prefer? Or
yeah, massively. I know I prefer Bare Knuckle. I love it. It's more like if you watch all my fights from start to beginning, all of my fights, even if it's MMA or not, there's no hiding the fact that I do love to stand and bang. So stand up is my forte, So, and obviously with it being Bare Knuckle and boxing, there's no takedowns, there's nothing. Like, you've got to stand and bang with me with no gloves on. So I'm happy to do that. So the way I see it is, it's a lot better all round for me. So, and I'm getting paid, and I'm, off the back of it, I'm able to make a living off of it. So I'm happy,
Yeah, yeah. No, I get you there. It's great. It's quite good because we had on another bare knuckle fighter on last year from Israel called Haim. I don't know if you bumped into him yet on your travels, but
Did he fight for BKFC by any chance?
he was in the Bellator as well.
Yeah, I know. I think I follow him on Instagram. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know. Yeah.
And I was just saying, like maybe one day you two might have to come blow to blow. If that makes sense, anyway. But
is he? How heavy is he? Isn't he lighter than me?
no, I think he's a heavyweight, like yourself.
Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to think. If it was the guy, I think. Are you sure he's heavy? He might not be cruiserweight or something like that.
No, I don't think so.
Either way, to be honest, either way, if I come to blows with him, I don't give a shit. One of those, isn't it? Like, I don't pick and choose my opponents. That's the promoter's job.
Yeah.
I get paid. So I get paid to fight. This is the way I see it. I get paid to fight. So if the promoter turns around and says to me, right, we got him to fight, I'm not one of these guys, oh, no, I'm not fighting him because of this, because of that, I'm not ready, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, I get paid to fight. Like, I'm ranked one of the best bare knuckle boxers in the world. So for me to turn around and say I'm not ready to fight so-and-so or do this or do that is it goes against my beliefs. So, yeah, whoever, mate, if I'm getting paid and the money's right and the promoters want me to fight that guy, then I'll fight them. There's no issues whatsoever with that.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. You're seeing the guy who backs up your talking with your fists as well, and with your other techniques you use as well. So definitely, it comes off right away that you are not going to be a chicken and say absolutely not. I'm not fighting that guy. So it's good for your fan base and for the whole world to see as well.
Yeah. It's been a while. This COVID crap has literally halted my career for a long time. So, but now we're over it. I've got my COVID passports. We're good to go. It's just literally getting head back in the game and training my ass off and ready for Josh Burns now. Yes. Josh Burns.
And not just facing Josh Burns, but it's also for the inaugural Police Gazette World Diamond Super Heavyweight belt as well.
Police Gazette World Heavyweight belt, yeah. That's prestige belt. If you know your history behind any boxing, if you're a boxing fan, that's literally this belt means so much. Got so much history behind it. Before they brought it back out into circulation, I believe it was won last by a guy called heavyweight John L. Sullivan. He was
really, John L. Sullivan. Oh, I got a funny story for you then. You won't believe this. Okay, I'll let you finish. Sorry, but I will interrupt in a minute.
Yeah, back in 1889, he fought for it.
Yeah.
And obviously it was the Police Gazette that sanctioned the fight. I believe it was the last bare knuckle fight before they brought in the new rules, the Queensberry rules, and then switched it up to the glove boxing. So it was this was the last title before you could before any of the titles around today. It's literally the longest belt in boxing history that's still in existence today, and it can only be won by traditional bare knuckle boxing. So it does carry a lot of stature, a lot of history. It is the belt means more.
Well,
more than anything to me, more than money, more than anything.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I agree with you there. A lot of prestige, a lot of history, and of course, John L. Sullivan, a great boxer back in his day, I have to say. And I wasn't going to say the story out on publicly now, but for the first time ever, John L. Sullivan gets thrown up in a conversation.
Still there?
I am still here. Yeah, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, so I had a bit of technical problems there.
No worries. No, it happens. It happens. As long as you can hear me, that's great, and we can see and hear you still, so that's good for us as well. I think you saw that. So of course, John O'Sullivan. There is there is some truth because there, even though
Still there?
Yeah, we're still here. Even though I can't say this because
We all good?
We're all good. So there's some history of John O'Sullivan because
I can't hear.
Because in my time I got to know that I am actually related to John O'Sullivan. Now I don't know. I can't say I don't know his family. I don't know that legacy because unfortunately we've had a bit of a history where we can't be a part of their history due to adoptions business. So, but I have been told that on my father's side that I am related to John O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
On my father's side.
That's some history. You have to look into it. Get to the family tree and look into it. That'd be some interesting. See where your roots line up and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
That's quite a claim. Yeah.
Because my father's mum, his father's mum told him that on your dad's side you are related to John O'Sullivan, and that's why that's how I know of the person, and could be googled him and such, and it's a pretty legacy career to live up to.
Yeah, it certainly is.
But hopefully you can bring that belt to the UK, back to us as well, because we don't want that belt to be in America any longer. We want that in the UK.
Yeah, of course, and of course, obviously, where it's being sanctioned now by Scott Burt and his team, and the Police Gazette, team. There's belts now for all categories. I believe there's some cross promotions going on with BYB and BKB as well. So it really is a good time to be a part of the bare knuckle boxing and being able to bring it back into mainstream media and being able to bring the actual sport back to life. So yeah, I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad to be just a part of the whole history of it. Hopefully I win that belt, get my name written down in the history books, and maybe in another 100 years' time or something, people get to talk about my name like they do John O'Sullivan's. So yeah.
Maybe one day. You never know. But I mean, people will still talk about John O'Sullivan as well. With you, if of course you can win that prestigious belt on March the 12th. Can you tell us how this matchup came about to this grudge between yourself and Josh Burns?
Yeah, there's no grudge between me and Josh. We're just two fighters, and I think it was inevitable. We've got a couple of front runners in the bare knuckle boxing promotion wise, and it was just inevitable that I think at the time I was a free agent, Josh became a free agent, and then BYB obviously recognised that me and Josh were free agents, and seeing it was literally we're both class of top 5 heavyweights in the world. It was only so long before someone jumped onto it and got us to match and stuff, and BYB jumped straight on it. They've been brilliant as well. Jumped straight on that. They literally within days the fight was signed, done, deal. That's how I like it. That's how I like things done. Just straightforward. You guys, do you want to fight him? Yeah, I'll fight him. There we go. Boom. Signed, contracts done. That's how it should be. It's all of this bullshit and politics that surrounds it. So I got to take my hat off to BYB, to be honest with you. They were the guys that jumped on it. They've seen an opportunity, and then they've seen an opportunity to put on one of the biggest bare knuckle heavyweight fights probably of all modern time, and they've seen an opportunity to put it on, and they jumped all over it, and they've done it. So take my hat to BYB. They're the ones that got this fight together. They're the ones that, turn it over quick. They got the contracts out, got it signed, and got the deal done. So fair play to them.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there, because as you say, in other settings, in other sports like in boxing and whatnot, there's a lot more trash talking. There's a lot of more media hype, if that's going to happen, it's going to happen. Like locations,
Yeah.
contracts, all this. But with BYB, they go all together. Slam it together, bish bosh boom. It's all sorted within a matter of probably days to get you two to go out and other fights as well.
I think that's how it should be. When you've got two guys that want to fight each other, like me and Josh have spoke for. I know Josh obviously personally, he knows me personally, and we spoke about this fight between us. We both spoke about it. We both wanted this fight. So, like, why should politics get in the way of it? Why should There's so many fights, whether it's in boxing, MMA, or whatever, that don't end up happening because politics always get in the way. Like when you get two fighters that want to fight, and they want to entertain and do their job, then let them entertain, let them do their job. But like, don't step in the way with politics here, politics there, And BYB, like I said, they've stepped in. They've seen two free agents, and they've seen two of the best guys in the world, and boom, they've matched it. They've got it together. So, yeah, fair play to them. Yeah, hopefully it builds their brand. This fight builds their brand, and off the back of it, we get to see one of the best super heavyweight fights of modern day history.
Yeah, I agree.
There's only one winner with all of this, and that's the fans.
Yes,
that's the way I see it. There's only one winner, and that's the fans.
Yeah, because a lot of fighters, all they care about is the money most of the time, don't they? So, these fighters who compete here in the Bare Knuckle, they care for one thing, and that's about the fans, making sure they get their money's worth, that they get to see what they want to see, kind of thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah. There's two sides of it. Obviously, first and foremost, I love fighting. I love entertaining. I'll fight any guy in the world. But also as well, it would be ignorant to say that I don't care about money, because I do, But I do care about money because it's my full-time job, and I've got 4 children to feed.
Of course,
so I do care about money to a certain degree. So the money does have to be right, and like I said, fair play to BYB. The money side of it is between me, Josh, and BYB. But that they're the ones who stepped up. They're the ones that give us the good enough offer to get this fight on with no hesitation. So fair play to BYB, and hopefully fights like this, if it brings in that much attention, that much media, and hopefully TV deals and bigger crowds and stuff, in the long run, the only people that's going to be benefit from it is, one, the fans, and two, the fighters themselves. Because then, if we can build a bigger fan base and a bigger structure, then fighters can get paid better, and so forth. It's like a knock-on effect. And BYB are seeing this. They see in order to expand, you have to push the boat out. You have to, get these fights together and stuff, So, yeah, again.
No, I agree. I agree with you there, 100%, because it's about growing their brand and growing the popularity of it. It's like when the UFC first began. It wasn't very mainstream, was it? And then it just took off. And I'm hoping the same for Bare Knuckle. Hopefully that takes off again and get back into the mainstream, and where more people can access it and more people comes out and to see these incredible fights, because these are some of the best fights you won't see anywhere else. Not in the UFC, not in the Bellator, not anywhere. Believe me on that. And, we wish you the best with this fight on March the 12th against Josh Burns. Yeah. So I'm sure both of you will give mutual respect to each other, whoever wins, of course, as well. But is there anybody else, your goals or achievements you want to achieve this year, apart from, of course, this big fight in March where you could win that prestigious belt? Anything else?
If I'm honest with you, it's been nearly 2 years since I fought last. And anyone that's followed my career, I've had literally 10 fights fall through for one reason or another, but the main reason is because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to travel. I haven't been able to do this. Yourself, you're British. Well, the Americans have been very lucky because they've still been able to carry on with their fights, their fighting, etc. They've been able to move from state to state to get by the rules. With us Brits, we've had it hard. They shut the borders. We can't travel, can't do this, can't do that. So my main goal is at the moment is just, I'm not looking forward. I'm not looking at any other fight. I'm just looking at Josh Burns winning this belt. And I've always said, I've said to my family, my father and stuff, that I've always wanted to just win that Police Gazette belt. It's so prestigious. There's so much history behind it, and for me, just at the moment, just winning that belt is the only thing I'm concentrating on. It's the only thing I'm pushing for. So what comes after that comes after. I'll negotiate deals after that. But for me at the moment, it's just that Police Gazette belt. Representing BYB, representing the UK, and just going out there and winning that belt, and hopefully bringing a lot of attention to the sport of bare knuckle boxing, bringing a lot of new fans into it, and expanding the company such as BYB. That's also helping me expand and getting my career back on track. So that's all I'm worried about at the moment. It's just this fight. What comes off the back of it comes off the back of it.
Mm. And hopefully, when you do win this belt, then hopefully we would love to see a BYB show right here in the UK and have you main event on that card.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Yeah,
it would.
Yeah. I think we are looking down that route. Obviously, they're crossing over now with cross promotions for BKB as well. I have, I've had my differences with BKB in the past and stuff. Obviously, it's business. Business is business. When but I know all the guys that fight for BKB, and there's some cracking fighters, and it is actually good now that promotions are cross promoting. It's actually good for the sport, because then you're not, for example,
you're on mute. You mute yourself, I think. There, you can hear me.
It's like now you really are gonna see who's the best of the best. So I'm looking forward to just the whole expansion of, like I said, the sport and the expansion of the promotions in general. Yeah.
No, I agree, and we need to get it more out there, don't we, as well? And do you know where people can catch this big card? Is it going to be on Fight TV? Do you know?
No, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe at the moment this fight will be streamed live on the BYB YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be, so it's I'm not sure if it's free streaming or whether it's pay-per-view, but either way, obviously I will get up to date on that. I will get all the details out. But I know it is being streamed live on the BYB YouTube channel, so it should be accessible for anyone in the world to watch and see.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great place to put it. And of course, either way, if you have to pay for it, that money is going to them to help their, to pay for the athletes, maybe to pay for the most crucial people, like the doctors and medics behind the scenes, and other people like trainers, people who be out there who you may not see, who think they're a part of the show kind of thing as well, who are making sure the show can actually happen. Yeah. So if you ever pay to watch it, then you do understand that it's going for a good cause. It's not just going and you won't see the money, because you probably will see the money. It's being used to improve the company and everything like that as well. Yeah. Speaking about you, because you are on Instagram, aren't you, as well? Because that's I think you're on Instagram, because that's where they tagged you on Instagram.
Yeah, I've been tagging you.
You're of course _ and we've been put on the screen throughout this show, by the way, _ Mark Godbeer _ I think it is. Make sure you do follow him. He's got 2,000 followers on there, and it's growing. And I understand you had to make a new account due to a...
There's a new account, it's a new account. So I think that for some reason all my accounts were verified and stuff before, but then when I left the UFC and stuff, they actually, for some reason, all my media got deleted. So I don't know if it was because I shared maybe UFC content or something, but either way it got deleted. I'm not going to go into that. But my new Instagram, if you want to give me a follow, is _Mark.Godbeer _ and you can keep up to date with all of my fight news and stuff on there as well. I could do with a few more followers as well, to be honest. So go ahead and add me.
There you go. Do that today. If you're on Instagram, make sure you do follow him because, helps him to get more people to show that he is the best boxer / bare knuckle fighter in all the UK, representing all us on March 12th in Tampa, Florida. You'd be the outsider looking in when you go into Tampa. Are you a bit afraid about the crowd, the crowd reaction to you because they'll probably be booing you more than Josh Burns?
I've done this. I've been fighting professionally since 2009. I've been fighting all over the world, and the last 5 or 6 years of my career, all I've done is fight in the US. I know it's probably gonna be hostile, obviously, especially fighting a US guy. But when it all boils down to it, it's all about respect, and I'm US fans. I love fighting in the US. I love everything about US. So I'm not going to blow smoke too much out their ass. It makes me look creepy, doesn't it? But I am, I do genuinely love the US. I love the US fans. I just love everything about it. So I'm just happy to be there entertaining everyone, whether they hate me or not. At the end of the day, without guys like us coming across from over the pond, and they've got no fight. So it's all good, man. It's all good, and I can't wait.
Is there anywhere in the world where you've not had the chance to fight in front of yet, which you would love to before you do hang up your gloves?
I beg your pardon?
Is there anywhere in the world you have not had the chance to fight in front of, but you would love to at some point before you hang up your gloves?
I'm not sure. I pretty much fought everywhere now. So where would I like to fight? Colosseum in Rome. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would indeed. Could
no,
happen. Never know. Never think that.
Excuse me. But I think, I think I'm pretty much set on the US now. So I think, obviously, with how big bare knuckle going now, I think now my career is going to end in the bare knuckle boxing field. So I think maybe the USA is a career. So I fought in Madison Square Gardens, I fought in Russia, I fought in the O2 in the UK, I fought all over the world, all the biggest stadiums all over the world. So where would I love to finish my career? Probably it's going to have to be America's been a big part of my career, and I do genuinely think, or I'd like to think, that I have just as many fans in America and followers in America as what I do in the UK. So it would be, I think, imagine maybe one day taking bare knuckle boxing to somewhere like Madison Square Gardens or maybe Vegas or something like that. That would be a dream come true, and just finish my career in one of those big stadiums in either the fight capitals of the world, Madison. Because I know, the bare knuckle boxing now is being sanctioned in New York, right? Yeah. I know that there's other promotions doing shows in New York now. So what's to say that one day, we won't finish up having a bare knuckle boxing fight in Madison Square Gardens? That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Absolutely.
It would be.
Awesome.
And having you on that card as well would be even much more superb as well. Kind of thing. A great way to, if you, depending when that happens, hopefully it won't be the last time you will compete there. If it happens soon, hopefully you'll be able to compete there a few times before you end it all.
Yeah, before I retire.
Yeah. Because you retire from one company and then everyone thought you were done, you were finished, and now you're back, but in a different sport, in bare knuckle instead, which is cool to see. But I mean, even after you do retire, I'm sure you will be still a part of the bare knuckling world anyway. I'm sure. In some aspect.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, I'm getting a bit older now, so I'm 38. So, realistically, I'm not going to be going on forever. I still feel I've got a good few years of me left.
Oh, yeah.
But realistically, I'm always going to be involved in combat sports in general now. So I think after I've retired completely, I think I'm probably go down the route of teaching, open up my own gym, and then being involved that way. And then hopefully bring fighters on to again, coach them and teach them and bring them on to do what I've done. That would be a good goal.
It would be, and I could see as a very good teacher as well. Bringing up the next generation of stars, whoever they may be, as well.
Yeah.
And they can all say, "Mark Godbeer has brought me here today," kind of thing. But I mean, as well,
that'd be cool.
Who inspired you then to get into the world of fighting then?
Who inspired me? I suppose back in the day, it was like my sort of era was watching the likes of like Forrest Griffin, Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, those, Randy Couture, that was my sort of era growing up with fighting, and guys like that, just watching guys like that and thinking to myself, God, absolute killers back then, and just sort of, and I suppose for me, I wanted to change my life around. My life was going one direction. Everyone was always going out every weekend, always going out drinking on the piss and stuff like that. And I just sort of had enough of it. So I was like, right, so what do I do? Which direction do I go? And then I wanted to sort of almost swap one bad habit for a good habit. So that's what inspired me to get into my martial arts. And then I started with a local martial arts instructor, Arthur Meek. And then it just went from there. 6 months later, I was fighting, and then I just got really passionate about it, put all my time and effort into it, and then this is where we're at today because of it,
Yeah, so it's a good journey and a good story as well, I have to say. But I mean, have you got one piece of advice you would give to anybody who may be starting out or wanting to get to that level where you were before? To get to your level. If you got anything to say to anybody who might be a fan of yours, who might be in the same boat as you as well.
Yeah, I think the key is obviously it's different for me when I could turn around and say, at this point in my career, I haven't got a choice I fight who I fight. I get paid. I'm at a high level fighter now. I fight who I fight. But I think beginning of your career, don't rush it. Take it steady. Learn your career. Learn your trade. Gradually push yourself to get better and better and better. And then with that, gradually push the level of opponents. Don't get above yourself. Build yourself. And then when the time's right, once you get signed with a big promotion and that, once you've got all that experience behind you, then's the time to shine. Then's the time to pick your top fighters, then's the time. But I think the beginning of your career is literally just don't rush it. Build yourself. And then everything falls into place. And trust me, I know it seems like a long process, but after a while, just let your fists do the talking, let your tools do the talking, and just gradually build yourself and let things fall into place naturally rather than trying to rush it.
That's one good piece of advice from Mark as well, because when you started as well, social media wasn't as big as it was today, and there wasn't really no amateur back then as well. It was like. It was just mainly just pro fights. So I didn't have the chance to sort of build my career. I had to jump straight in at the deep end. And fortunately, it paid off for me. But this day and age, you've got a lot more opportunities. Also, as well, get the right representation. There's a lot of people out there that want to represent you, and they all pretend to be your best friends. Everyone pretends to be your best friends. Just get the right representation and do what's best for you, not what's best for other people. Yeah, another good piece of advice as well. This is very, very key, because I've seen a lot of people who are coming up, think they got the best people, and as you say, can all hit you in the back, aren't they? All stab you in the back, and then you all fall back down, and then you pay that mistake. So listen to Mark there, and look at your opportunities, look at what's in front of you, and then pick the best one which you think will suit for you as well. So it's great to see. And As I was going to say, back when you began, there was no social media because there was, but it wasn't as big as it is today. And nowadays,
nothing. Yeah, it wasn't like the influence it is now. The influence social media has now is unreal. Really, it really is. Back when I was fighting, it was your fighting that done the talking. Now it does seem like social media does the talking. So it's like, and from my own mistakes, so just keep everything you got on social media, keep it professional. The people are probably listening to this laughing at me because they've probably seen my social media and they've seen my meltdowns throughout my career, But that's why I'm giving the advice: keep your social media professional. Try not to get pissed with your mate and speak your mind, because it don't get you nowhere.
Yeah.
Trust me. I've been there, done it. It don't get you nowhere, So, that's the thing as well. We've got a world audience. Oh shit, I better delete that. By the time you've deleted what you've written, you've opened up a whole can of worms.
And people screenshot it to forward it to other people as well. But it's all about the learning curve, isn't it? About learning what social media is and how to use it in the correct way as well to grow your brand.
Yeah, that's the key as well. Like I said, make sure you get the right representation and grow your brand. Take it slowly, gradually grow your brand. Yeah. I think my daughter's walking over to the car a minute.
No worries.
I'm just having an interview a minute. I'm just having an interview. Hang on. My daughter's. I'm in my car. My daughter's and she wants some money from McDonald's.
No worries. If you have to go, we can end this. But I forgot
I'm on the call.
I got there's two more things, and then we'll hang this up anyway.
You crack on, mate. I'm good.
Great. I was gonna say as well, because you've been around since 2009, and you've had this notorious career. What's been some of your favourite moments so far, then, in your career so far?
One of them is obviously fighting in Vegas. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Fighting in Madison Square Gardens was phenomenal. Winning the BAMMA World Heavyweight Champion, the Valor. When I fought the Valor, I fought literally two guys in one night, bare knuckle. And to be honest, I don't think there's anyone on the circuit today. Only a select few of us has actually had two bare knuckle fights in one night. Wow. So and that's what I did to win my Valor title. So that was quite one of the highlights of my career was winning the Valor bare knuckle title. Yeah.
But I bet you were knackered afterwards. Had to compete twice in one night.
Yeah, I was mentally, but physically I was ready to go again. I was prepared. I was probably in the best shape I've ever been in that fight, so it was all good. Yeah.
That's good. But because it's not very often you see fighters fighting more than once on the card. So it's as something else unique as well. Thinking outside the box for the promoters doing something like that, and for the fighters to agree to do that as well. Because sometimes they might say, "I'm not fighting twice on one night." Are you mad? Kind of thing.
Yeah, especially bare knuckle.
Yeah. Exactly, because anything could go wrong as well. You may agree to it, and then you may have an injury or something happen in the first fight. Kind of thing. So a lot of precautions have to go into it, doesn't it? But yeah.
100%.
One thing we'll say as well, if you haven't already, do follow Mark on Instagram. It would mean a lot to him to get more followers, and his counterpart, Josh Burns, if he's on social media for his upcoming fight. It is on March 12th, as we'll show you the card again. Now we're going to end this here. So the card is here. March 12th, Tampa Brawl in Tampa, Florida. Mark Godbeer versus Josh Burns for the inaugural police belt, heavyweight, super heavyweight belt. Last won by John O'Sullivan, and now it's going to be crowned again for the first time since the 1800s or 1900s in 2022. I wonder where they got the belt from. I wonder. That's what I want to know. I wonder where they got where they found it.
So the original belt is still. It's held in it's John L. Sullivan's old training grounds.
Right. Okay.
So the original belt is still what they've done is they've turned that into a museum now, which is in Belfast in New York. And the original belt is still there. You can go there. You can actually go over and check it out. Belfast, New York. Police Gazette, John L. Sullivan's old training grounds. If you Google it, you'll find it. You can go and see, you can go and see the belt itself. But obviously, these new belts, they're not going to bring out a 200-year-old belt. They bring out, it's just going to get. So these new belts are exact replicas of the old belt. So it's still the same belt, but obviously newer belts, But the old belt is still obviously because it is nearly. God knows how many, over 100 years old now.
It is.
The old belt is basically on display in the museum in John L. Sullivan's old training grounds in Belfast, New York.
Most definitely there, there we go. Well, we wish you the best of luck, and we do hope that you'll come back on the show again as well, because we'd love to have you back on. If, of course, everything goes according to plan after March 12th, of course.
Yeah, I'll come back on, mate. No worries.
Thank you very much. Don't forget, you can follow my guest. You can see on full screen now, Mark Godbeer on Instagram _Mark.Godbeer _ It's on your screen right there. So easy peasy. About 5 seconds to search that, and then just click follow, and then show to all your friends tell more about Mark and how he's going to capture this belt on March 12th in Tampa, and you can catch it on YouTube as well, live, hopefully, as well. But of course, Mark will be showing more details about that on his Instagram page closer to the fight. The exact details of where you can actually watch the fight if you can't be there in person. But if you are in the area of that fight, then check it out, be a part of history, and make sure to shout and chant for Mark to win. Don't chant for Josh, chant for Mark only.
Sure, mate.
No, you're welcome. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like it on YouTube, of course. Share it around to all your friends. Tell more about me. Tell more about Mark as well. And make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you're new around here, to subscribe. We've got over 162 subscribers here now as well, which is great to see. And we're back on Monday at a later time of 8 p.m. UK time. We'll be bringing a director of a new movie which is coming out on Amazon Prime, which came out in December. We'll be trying to talk about that. We'll be predicting who that will be tomorrow on my social medias. No days off here on the Fowler Show. Until the next episode drops, enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon or night.
Cheers, pal.